Amara stood beside her husband as music filled the air and laughter echoed through the village. Women danced in bright wrappers, their movements full of joy and pride. Men clapped and called out in celebration as the sun slowly set behind them. It was a day filled with happiness, a day that felt like the beginning of something beautiful. Amara smiled softly, holding on to the moment, believing this was the life she had always hoped for. In that moment, her heart was full and her future looked bright. As evening fell, she followed Chibuna into his home for the first time. The compound was quiet, surrounded by tall trees that swayed gently in the wind. The noise of the village faded behind her, replaced by a silence that felt almost too perfect. Everything looked calm, almost too calm. The house stood still, as though it had been waiting for her arrival, holding secrets that had not yet been revealed. Inside the house, her eyes wandered slowly, taking in every corner. Then they stopped on a wooden door at the back. It was closed tightly, untouched, and somehow different from the rest. She stood still, staring at it longer than she should. It was just a door, but something about it felt wrong. That night, sleep did not come easily. She lay beside her husband, staring into the darkness as the oil lamp flickered softly. His breathing was steady, calm, and controlled, but her mind refused to rest. The silence of the house felt heavy, pressing against her thoughts, as though something unseen was watching. Days later, Ngozi came to visit. The courtyard, which once felt empty, briefly filled with life. They sat together, but something was different. Ngozi's eyes moved carefully, noticing what others would ignore. Her expression slowly changed from calm to concerned. Later that day, while cleaning, Amara noticed something strange. Behind a water drum, she found a plate with leftover food. It was hidden, not thrown away. Her hand trembled slightly as she reached for it. This was not a mistake. Someone had eaten here. Her curiosity grew stronger day by day. She began to watch, to observe, to notice patterns. Then one afternoon, she found it, a small key, hidden carefully away. Her heart began to race. This was the key to the door she was never meant to open. She stood in front of the door, her breath uneven. Slowly, she pushed the key into the lock. The sound of its turning echoed louder than it should. Then the door creaked open, revealing darkness that seemed deeper than the room itself. The air inside felt heavy. There were cloths scattered, bottles of medicine, and signs of neglect everywhere. Dust floated slowly in the dim light. This was not a storage room. It was something else entirely. Her heart pounded as she stepped back. She pressed herself against the door, listening carefully. Every small sound felt louder. Fear had replaced curiosity completely. Later, Mama Ifeoma spoke to her. Her voice was calm but carried weight. Her words were few, but they stayed. The warning settled deep inside Amara's heart. Back in the house, Amara found old papers. As she read them, her hands began to shake. The truth was slowly revealing itself, and it was worse than she imagined. That night, she woke suddenly. The darkness felt alive. Then she heard it again, clearer this time. There was no doubt anymore. Something was inside that room. Suddenly, chaos broke the silence. Chibuna rushed forward, forcing the door open slightly. His movements were aggressive, desperate. Inside the room sat a woman, thin, weak, and still, but her eyes were intense. This was the secret. Amara found a photograph. In it, Chibuna stood beside the same woman. The truth became clear. This was someone from his past. Without warning, the woman lunged forward. Everything became chaotic. Chibuna stood frozen. The truth was exposed. A sharp movement, a sudden strike. Pain shot through Amara's arm. She ran. Rain poured heavily as she escaped into the night. Her strength gave out. She collapsed, safe but broken. By morning, the village had gathered. The truth was no longer hidden. The woman was taken away, weak, silent, sin at last. Amara sat quietly, healing but changed forever. As the sun set, she walked alone. She had lost love, but she had found truth. And sometimes that is what saves a life. Moral of the story: love is not enough. Where truth is missing, a house built on secrets will one day turn against everyone inside it. This story teaches something important. Marriage should never be entered blindly, no matter how strong the feelings are. A good heart is not a substitute for honesty. When people hide serious problems out of shame, pride, or selfishness, those hidden problems often grow more dangerous. This story also reminds us that illness and suffering should never be treated as disgraceful secrets. They require truth, compassion, and proper help. In the end, Amara survived because she chose truth over silence and life over false loyalty. That is why wisdom must walk beside love, because love alone can lead a person straight into danger. If you enjoyed this story, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss another story, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.